Here's lesson 8 from module 2 for 5th grade, and I'm using orange ink today because it happens to be Happy Halloween Day. I'm going to kind of go through these fairly quick. I'm also too going to invite you, because of Halloween tonight and all that trick-or-treating stuff, get a calculator, go and hit pause, and get a calculator like now. Alright, now that you've hit pause and you're back and you've got your calculator, here's what we're looking at. What it's telling you to do this time is estimate first. And then it's telling you just to solve using the parent method standard algorithm. And then the next thing is that way you're able to check of how reasonable things are. That's why you're using your estimate. And it's not on your screen fully, but it says use your estimate to check right here. So they've done the first one for us. And I'm going to kind of show you a way that we could even make it more accurate and close. In this case, it's 312 times 149. And what they have here is they rounded down twice. And that's reasonable, right? If you're looking at them individually, 312 is close to 300. This one, if we take a look at the hundreds place, we look at the 4 right next to it. It's a 4. It's not at the midpoint. So that one seems like it should go down 2. So what they get is 30,000. And when you go through and you do this on your calculator, what I'm going to ask you to do is go ahead and go full on, the way you would be if you were multiplying in your head to come up with your partial products. But instead of saying 9 times 312, you don't do that in your head, do you? You go 9 times 12 is 18. So if you do that on your calculator and you write it on down, 9 times 1 plus 1, probably don't need to do that on your calculator, just guessing. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 1 is 10, so you make your 0, you carry your 1. 9 times 3, maybe that one you don't have right now. 9 times 3 is less than 10 times 3, it's 30, and it's going to be 3 less than that, it's going to be 27, plus 1, 28, right? And now I'm going to go ahead and erase these things that I had used for doing my carrying, because like I've told you in class, that can get confusing, can't it? Oops, I don't have the eraser. Let me see if I can get my eraser action here. Here's the eraser. Oop, nope, it's still not working correctly. So anyway, if I would erase those. So when you do this, I'm going to go ahead and just keep going because it's not erasing. 40 times 2, we have a 0 in the ones place because we're multiplying by 40. There's nothing in the ones place in the number 40. That's going to be an 8, because 40 times 2 is 80, right? There's 80. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. And then we know 100 times 312. We're going to move our numbers on over, so this will be a 2, 1, a 3, and then when you add, here's your 8. Here's another 8. 8 and 2 is 10, plus 4 is 14. Carry. We know the ones come together, so we go 2, 4, 6. Counting by twos. We know 3 plus 1 is 4. 46,000. So here's how they could have gotten closer. Because one of them went up, one of them we can actually go the other way. We can say 300. And then if we say times 150. 3 times 15 is 45, isn't it? Like when you think about the clock, 3 15-minute parts on your analog, old-fashioned clock gets you 45 minutes, right? And then we're putting in 1, 2, 3 zeros. 2, 3. 4,500 is actually closer. Or sorry, 45,000 is closer. So the next one I'd like to try with you really quick. And like I said, please use a calculator when you actually do your homework runs. Not kidding, because it's Halloween. This one we're going to say 3,000. And this one, because it went one direction, we could either, go 500, or I'm going to say we could go 550. So if we think about that, and we say times 500, let's do the other one where it's 5,500. So this we know 3 times 5 is 15. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. Woo, that's big, isn't it? Okay, let's take a look at doing it the other way. We have 3,000, and we're going to say, if we make this one 5,500, 550. I can't talk this morning. Really sorry about that. So I know that 5 times 3, let's see, that's going to get me 15. I'm going to carry a 1 because we're going to multiply again. It's going to be 16. And then we've got how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So 165,000 compared to this. We probably messed this up, didn't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. Well, let's see what we get in the problem, shall we? I'm going to go ahead and work it on out. 306, 8, and then we've got 523. And so if you were doing with this with your calculator, you're going to go 3 times 8. You're going to get 24 showing up on your calculator, but it's one less thing to think about. 3 times 6, 18, 19, 20. Carry. This is just going to come on down because 3 times 0, so it doesn't add anything to it. 3 times 3 is 9. And then over here we go 2 times 8, but it's 20, so we get a 0 here. That's going to be 16. So we've got 6 times 2, 12, plus 1, 13. Carry. 2 times 0, bring your 1 straight down. And then 2 times 3 is 6. And then we head on back over here. And we're dealing with 500. So let's put in the zeros to make sure we're staying with 100. That's going to be 5 times 8 is 40. I'm carrying up here. So I have a 4 up here now. And I know that 5 times 6 is 30 plus 4 is 34. So if I put my 3 up here, it's just going to come down. 5 times 3 is 15. And now we start adding. We've got a 4. We've got a 6. We've got a 5. This is 4 and, 9 and 1. That's 10. Here's your 14 then. And then we got 6, 7, it's going to be 10, because 7 plus 3, that's a 6, that's a 1. Bring your commas on over 1, 2, 3 of them, 1, 2, 3 of them, 1,600,000. So we were really close on this one. You see that? This we kind of messed up with our zeros there, didn't we? We should have had another one over here. Alright, so that's it for tonight's homework. I'm not going to do another demo because I think you get it, and I'm welcoming you to use your calculator. Have a great Halloween. Have fun.